Honestly, absolutely amazing, and big up to every single person. They underestimated us, they really did. Okay, how many days? Oh, she's not even on the podium. Oh, her cult can never get on the podium. Every single day on the podium. Well, we smashed it. And it's a nice feeling also. It's because everyone spoke on it. They advertised me. Let's keep it real. They also advertised me, which was brilliant. Well, I say advertised me, it was our community alone though at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? But we did have other people that I didn't know, that I hadn't seen before, come gift me, which was brilliant. So thank you everybody, honestly. And you got to number 2, not number 3. I got to number 2 on the popular board, and on the live pro, when I looked, it was number 3. Thank you everybody. Absolutely, and we will celebrate. I just feel I need to speak about the Tim situation and people that are now playing a victim to get as much. I can't stand it. I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing. No, popular was 2, live pro was number 3. Yeah, regardless, the top 5, brilliant. And you got to remember, I think there was one account, not naming anyone, that was actually getting gifts on a 00 account. Just saying. And I'm not talking about Miss P. I'm talking about the other one, I was told. But let's not be bitter about it. Just saying. I'm new here, but well done. Thank you, Karen. Is it Karen? Thank you. Karen with a C. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we are going to be talking about the Tim situation. So I heard about someone having a little rant this morning, actually, Gigi, Gossip Girl, and you know, you have no right to have a go at, you know, I know what you're doing, I see straight through you. Okay, so now she is a victim. A victim of what, love? Because you had him on in your box. And this is what I've heard, that she said she feels really bad that she had this guy in her box and he was telling a lot of lies. Well, you know well, anyone could tell lies in your box. You're not the victim, love. Let's not make it about you. You loved every second of it. You loved the views. You loved the gifts that you probably was getting that day. Let's face it. Stop with the I'm the victim. Please stop doing that, because we all know what you're doing. Okay, poor Gossip Girl. She had this man in her box to spread a lot of lies. Big deal. It's not that deep. He did go in your box and lie. It's not that deep, but you're not the victim. Let's not make it about you. Morning, Hayley. That's rant 1. I ain't turn your gifts on. No, my gifts are staying off, guys, because people were amazing, and there's no way I'm going to expect anyone to gift me today. Absolutely not. Morning, thank you everybody. I just don't want to ruin the celebrations, but however, I feel that we need to speak about the Tim situation. Absolutely, and I will be playing the videos of when Max went live and the rest of it. Oh no, that's okay. Don't be silly if you couldn't give more. Honestly, if you can't give, I've always said, just tap the screen. That's all you need to do. So let me tell you one thing, guys. Gossip Girl is not a victim, okay, because that's what she's now trying to play, yeah, because she sees it with other people, you know, that have got blamed in regards to Tim, and she now wants to make out that she's really upset, that she's distraught that she put this man in her box to spread lies. But it's not as bad as being blamed for someone's death now, is it, Gossip Girl? So listen, stop doing that, because, you know, I see straight through you. Other people probably see straight through you. You did it for views, you did it for gifts, and now you're trying to manipulate your viewers into make out that you're the victim. No. I agree. It's an act from her. It really is an act, guys. I see straight through this woman and how she manipulates her viewers, because she's going to now play on it for a few days. You know, how she's distraught, how she let this man in her box. And to me, it's not that deep that she let this man in her box. It's deep that he's lied and he's told a lot of people lies, but it's not that deep that it's because she had him in her box. You know, it's really not. So let's not play that, Gossip Girl. I know that you're desperately trying to get the views and everything else. Yes, find hard to believe that Max didn't know anything. I'm going to, because I had my opinions about it last night, I'm going to play a couple of the videos of Max. I've not seen them. So I'm going to have an actual opinion after I see them, because people were last night saying you've got to watch the videos first, Angie, before you have an opinion. I just think the whole thing's odd. I really do. And I said last night I would like Tim to contact me at the fact that, you know, his friend Max got into EQ's box saying that what I'd sent her. She's raging that people didn't tell them their concerns. What do you mean? She's raging that people didn't tell them. What do you mean? Thank you. Big love. Thank you, everyone. And Max is behind the couch. She is the pretend sister. She's raging that people didn't tell her concerns. What do you mean? That Max. They thought, yeah, but Gossip, you got to remember, Gossip Girl is doing everything for the content, because she has no content. You know, she's constantly looking at the views and trying to put, you know, she put Lindsay's abuser in her box 4 times to get the views, to get content. Yeah, and then she wants to sit there saying, I'm so upset that I put Tim in the box. This is not about you, Gossip Girl. Don't sit there trying to play the victim, trying to get, you know, some sympathy. I really just don't like that woman. I really don't. She's just, there's nothing likable about her at all. Exactly. She's annoyed Pearl didn't tell her when she said she knew, I think. She didn't know. Nobody knew. I questioned it. I was the first one to actually question it. And as you know, when Max got into EQ's box and said, I can't believe Angie's even questioning that, whether he's dead or not. So we was the first one to question it. And then I felt really awful, because I thought, oh my God, this is real. This is real. But it was only because of what EQ got in the box and said, and then she laughed. I thought, why would she laugh at that? I thought, no, something's not right there. So that's where, you know, everything didn't add up. And I thought, why would you come on TikTok after 15 minutes of your friend passing away? So yeah, I thought it was some kind of act. But however, you know, I did have questions about it at the beginning because of what EQ did. But however, I just thought, well, there's no way Tim, because I know Tim, I don't know Tim personally. I've spoken to him probably twice on the phone. He used to come in my box, you know, that's where he met the, you know, UK TikTok. So I didn't know him personally or anything like that. But I just thought there's no way Tim would do something like that. Do you think they did to ruin your... No, I don't think it's anything to do with the Live Pro. I think it was because, like I said last night, it's because I think Tim got scared that he was going to be exposed. James said it was to ruin his life, Ange. Yeah, maybe, you know, that people that do that, there are people that do that want to get back at someone. They have that anger. And they turn around and make and fake their own death to get back at someone. And that's actually, yeah, a few people have actually done that. So, yeah, he could be right there. Yeah, absolutely. Now thinking about it, yes, that's a huge possibility. But it is sick. I don't think he knew exactly how that was going to turn out, you know, how much it spiraled the way it did, you know. Morning, Maggie. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Thank you, everybody. It was fake, Yvonne. Apparently, is live. And all I asked Tim to do the decent thing. If you don't do the decent thing, Tim, I'll phone you myself. I will find your number and I will phone you. Okay. So all I'm asking you is to do the decent thing. Won't bring it to TikTok. I'll take it off TikTok, that we have a phone call, right? And you explain why you did what you did and what's going on, because of the way you made me feel. That's the least you can do. Apparently No Face rang the police to do a welfare check. Really? That's the least that Tim can do. If he does not phone me, I will be looking further into it. So it's his best interest that he phones me, because the way he made me feel. I'm not going to bring it to TikTok, and he's got my word on that. Yes, I did. Thank you. Because I want an explanation. I want to know what's going on. I'm not saying he has to come on TikTok. He probably would never come on TikTok again after what he did. But if Max isn't involved, well, then I would say that she needs an explanation as well. Not that I give really a shit about what Max, thinks or feels because of what she did. But however, I think many people do need an explanation. Thank you. It certainly affected a lot of people, because you know what? Shall I tell you what happened? And Rickster will tell you this. I had a call when I was doing my live pro with Rickster. He phoned me. And so what happened is, when I found out that he passed, the first thing, and obviously it was like shock, that also as to what I said to him about him on my platform, right? And I did message Max, and I will show you those messages I messaged her. That was the first thing I thought, is what did I say? Because I couldn't remember. I didn't want to remember what I'd said, And I was thinking, oh my God, did I call him a C-O-N-T? Do I tell, what I'm like with my rants. I do sometimes go, ooh, I go off on one. So I was thinking of all of that. And I was like, I just didn't want to think about it. And I had a phone call with Eternity, and I was crying on the phone and all this. And I was like, and I wanted to stay live, even though Luke went live and said I was disgusting to go live, but he was just thinking of the live pro. He didn't want me to get the live pro, did he? I wanted to stay live because I didn't want to be alone with my thoughts, because I know I'd be thinking about what I had said on my platform. And did he see the video before he did what he did? Not that he would do it because of me, but it could have been the final straw. You know what I mean? Was it because of this video? Was it because what when he went to Luke's box, or was it something? You kind of have all those kind of questions in your head. So I was thinking, oh my God, what if he saw that video? What if somebody sent him that video? What if it's on the FYP? And what if there's, and I know Max mentioned about the comment in EQ's live that I sent her, and I'm thinking, but Max hasn't actually said what I'd actually said on my own platform. So all this fear was going through my head, thinking, has someone screen recorded it? I have not seen it, but I was worried, thinking this is going to be screen recorded. Do you know what I mean? Has somebody got it? Has somebody sent it to Tim? All those kind of things. I've not seen anyone screen record my rant about Tim. But that she hasn't seen it yet, I was thinking. So I don't feel, now I haven't seen the whole EQ video, but I don't feel that Max was blaming me for what he had done. I know that he hasn't done anything, but at the time, but however, why? My question to her was, why would she put that out? Because I sent her a text message. I didn't send it to Tim. If she sent that to him, that was on her. But she made people believe that I had said this and that before Tim died. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, oh my God. So I thought to myself, honestly, anyway, I spoke to Rickster, and Rickster can tell you this, right? So I'm not doing it for sympathy, for clout or anything like this. And I wasn't going to mention this, but as we're talking about it, right, I said to Rickster on the phone, I said, oh my God, my head was all over the place, and I said I just couldn't stop thinking about what I'd said. Was I the cause of his death in some ways, because my video the last he'd seen, my rant about him? Do you get what I'm saying? And I was saying to Rickster, all these things were going through my head, and I felt I don't know if I could live with such being blamed for such a thing. Do you know what I mean? Because I kind of, in some ways, even though I didn't blame myself, in some ways I thought, was that the last straw? But I thought, no, then he was and Luke's, and what happened there. But then I just thought, well, I was his friend, not best friends, not, I don't know anything about his personal life, don't get me wrong, so I wasn't friends like that with him, but we were friends. He sent me a lie, and he sent me some really nice gifts. So I thought, oh my God, did I push him over the edge? So that's something I felt I could not live with. So I started having these thoughts in my head. I couldn't live this. I was thinking, is the police going to come knocking at my door? And, because I do have severe anxiety, they're going to knock at my door and say I'm the cause of his death. You know what I mean? Am I going to be done for malicious communications? Because as some guy said, what did I say? I couldn't remember. And it's something I didn't want to think about. And I even said to Rickster on the phone, and he can tell you, I was having very severe negative thoughts in my head. And I thought to myself, I've got to get, through this pro. It was a great distraction. But then I thought, I was thinking in my head, when I come off Live Pro, I'm still going to have these thoughts in my head. Yeah. I was absolutely devastated, and honestly, and I just couldn't live with the thought of saying something so horrible to someone before, and which I thought at the time had unalived himself. How can someone live with that? And I wasn't like best friends with him or anything. I mean, I know Max was, but I wasn't. But it was and I kept thinking someone's going to find that video of my rant. I couldn't find it, but someone is going to find it. It was like, oh my God. You don't understand what I was thinking in my head. Someone was going to find that video, and then it's going to go all over. It's going to be viral, and then everyone's going to call me a murderer. Yeah, so this is all the things I was thinking in my head, and I said to Rix, and I'll say it straight, and I don't care what anyone says, whether you believe me or not, that's your opinion, you're entitled to it. But I said to Rixter, I wanted to unalive myself. That's exactly how I felt. I really did, because I couldn't live with it. And even though I wasn't blamed directly for his, do you know what I mean? I couldn't cope in my head the words I'd said, and they weren't words, they were just like an opinion. Like you'd have an argument with someone, right? You'd have an argument with someone, and I always say don't go to bed, angry, for this reason. So my head was, oh my God, if I just reached out to him and all that kind of thing. But I wanted to unalive myself because of Tim, and that's a fact. And you can ask Rixter, because Rixter was on the phone to me, and I said that to Rixter on the phone. That's what you did, Tim. What would you have done, Tim, if I had done that? And it was some sick act. Yeah. What people say and do, they do have consequences. Listen, I'm entitled to opinion. We all argue with people. You all argue with your family. You all argue with your friends. Yeah? We all argue. You cannot sit there and say, lesson learned, because at the end of the day, we're still going to have opinions about people. We're still going to argue with people. You get what I'm saying? I don't know whether he's extremely unwell or just wanted to try and ruin Dame's life. But he needs to phone me, because I will be taking it further with you, Tim. Because the way you made me feel, I didn't want to be here. I really didn't want to be here, because my anxiety was up the roof, thinking, that maybe you'd seen my video, you'd seen my rant, oh my God, I didn't reach out to you. If I'd reached out, what if, all these things, something I could not live with. How dare you, right? So you, Tim, need to phone me, because I will pursue this, okay? I have got your number, Tim. Change your number, but I will be digging, okay? Because of what you did. So, and I'm not going to be angry with Tim on the phone. I'm not going to bring it to TikTok. I'm not going to do what the rest are doing it now for content, because that's what they're doing it for, let's face it, content. I'm not going to do it for that. I won't bring it to TikTok, Tim. I will have a conversation, you have my word, on the phone, because I need to know what... I don't want to hear it from Max. Morning, Paula. To put that on everyone is low, and I want to know if Max was involved, and I want the truth. because that could have had devastating consequences. What he did, devastating. Not just with me, could have been someone else. Very devastating that people actually put that on me, and not just me. I think Dan as well. I'm not too sure. I think people were blaming him as well. Yeah, so you put that on us, and I don't like Dan. But however, people were blaming me and Dan. So what happened, Tim, if me and Dan done something to ourselves based on what people were saying towards us? You know, would you sleep at night? Yeah, you probably would, Tim. Honestly, because I honestly didn't think Tim was this person. I really didn't. I thought he was a really nice guy, solicitor. That's what he said to me. Weird. I came third, thank you. Hungry guy was right. Listen, it's just something that you should never bring to TikTok. And I'll always keep saying it. Keep your opinions to yourself. If someone's done something to themselves, keep your opinions to yourself. You know. However, I know that in this situation, people were right. I don't know. He's watching now, 100%. He probably is watching, Tim. And you know, all I say, Tim, is that. Please do call me. You can DM me, okay? Or DM Eternity, and she will give you my new number. I will not bring it to TikTok. I just want to know why. Just me and you. I won't record the calls. I won't do any of that. I just want to know why. Otherwise, I will call you. And obviously, you know, you can change your number. That's fine. Yes, I will reach out to your family instead, love. This is the most sickest thing I've ever heard on TikTok, I'm not going to lie. And I think Dame is correct. I think he did it to ruin Dame's life because he was salty that the fact they broke up. I do. Max deserves everything she gets. Don't care for Max one bit. I still think I'll play the videos and I have my opinion, but before I see these videos, I think she was involved. Yeah? Yeah? Max is bang out of order, yeah? Dame is an innocent. I don't know what was the situation with Dame. He's not innocent with what? I don't think he's not been involved in any of this, though, has he? Hello, Sunshine.
Hi, sweetie. Congratulations to start
Thank you,
with.
Sunshine.
Angie, I don't think she's involved in it. However,
Sorry, what was that?
no worries. I don't think it's. I don't think she's involved in it. However, I do think she's affected by it. You know, because she was getting the texts.
Listen, Max is a lawyer. Okay.
Well, let me tell you. Let me just say, my opinion. I don't think she's involved in it. But however, what I do think is, she had no reason to tell him, which she's admitted she's told him. She had no reason to tell him what you'd said because she knows that you rant, right? She knows that, and the conversation you had with her via text or whatever was private between you and her. There was no need for her to talk to him about what you'd said because eventually everybody knows. And you know, you don't mean it afterwards, you know what I mean? You just get mad. But I personally don't think she's involved in it. But I do think she's out of order telling him what you'd said. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's this I got here?
Dan, it helped to put somebody where we all thought he was. Basically,
To be fair, with the Pearl and Dan's situation, I think that they should be quite grateful that Tim is here and he hasn't died. Because, however, if he had died, and I don't blame anyone for anyone's death unless you're telling someone to actually go and do something like that, it is your fault. It would be your fault. So you actually should be thanking the stars, praying to God that he is alive. Because you Pearl and Dan was going to expose him. And if he had unalived himself, that could have been one of the factors.
Yeah, this is the problem with this exposure shit and all. You know what I mean? You're talking about somebody's life, and when you exposure, people have got things in cupboards that, that could actually cause a lot of stuff to go off when you're saying I'm doing exposure. And if somebody's got something in the cupboard that's really affecting them, that could actually cause a really bad mental health. I think these exposures, unless it's a wrong un, as in a nonce, they should stop. They should stop.
First of all, congratulations again, Ange. Well done for last night. I agree, Sunshine, but also I couldn't sleep early hours of this morning, and I was watching Rubber Ducks live, actually. And she made a really, really valid point, and it was a perspective that I hadn't looked at it from. But she actually said that whether he faked his own death or he took his own life, he was still in the same state of mind either way. So the exposure that was going to be done, whether it was about him or was going to lead to information about him, it had affected his mind so much that he felt the only way to do it was to fake his own death.
Yeah.
And
that's a possibility. So is Rubber Duck going against Pearl then? Because Pearl and Dan was the one that's going to do an exposure.
Well, Rubber Duck actually said on her live this morning, I'm sure there's a screen recording somewhere, and by this morning, I'm talking like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, she said that you'd noticed that she hasn't actually been on Pearl's platform the last couple of days.
Oh, dear.
But again, I just think that I was a bit like, oh, well, like, how ridiculous. And I do think to a certain degree that he's got to be of sound mind to be as
calculated. Yeah,
as calculated as he has been. Because I'm sorry, I've got someone in my family that really, really suffers with psychosis and mental health. And when she's having an episode, if you like, she doesn't even remember her own name. She wouldn't be able to calculate something as detailed as this. And I know everyone's mental health is different. But that's just another point of view, that actually, whether he actually took his own life or not, he felt the only way out was to pretend that he took his own life.
Well, if that's the case, then Lucy, he can phone me and stop sending getting family members to send it to goddamn Miss Wed, who's nothing to do with it. The rest of them then sit there and have your friend Max blame me, blame various people. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I'm not saying I agree with what he's done at all. I'm not saying I agree. No, it's disgusting. It's vile. But I'm just saying from another point.
You're looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I can't understand his sister, because Max is still adamant that he's got a sister. Whether it was the sister he spoke to, she said on the Accused Live, he's got a sister. I've known for 3 years that he's got a sister. And then Dan's coming up and saying, well, he hasn't got a sister.
No, it was No Face has said that he hasn't got a sister. He's got a lot of sister-in-laws, but he's got no sister.
No, I'm pretty sure he has a sister. I'm sure he said that to me. He's got a sister.
No Face.
You know what, right?
No Face has contacted everybody, Angie.
Yeah, but
what do you mean?
No Face has done a deep dive on him. I don't even think that's his real name.
If he's done it for that reason, right? Because there's going to be an exposure on him, and it was his only way out because he was terrified, and his mind went in a safe space. Then I don't understand him. Why can't he phone me and tell me that then?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear from everyone else.
Yeah, because he's watched you break down.
He's watched me break down. The decency thing to do is otherwise I'd just contact his family.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying that he hasn't got a sister in the comments, and everyone's believing what they want to believe. But at this point, I just think no one actually really knows the truth. You can do a deep dive on someone, but unless you've actually spoken to the mum and dad and asked if they birthed a daughter, you're not really going to know, are you? Let's be honest.
I know No Face has just been on, and he's been saying that he was saying to Max, there's no sister. They're all sister-in-laws, and he knows all the names and everything. So I don't know.
I'd be interested.
People need to stop digging into people's information.
Well, it don't matter anyway whether he's got a sister or not. At the end of the day, he's sat there texting and watching people be so distraught. You know what I mean? It's
and it's not just people watching creators be so distraught. How many people, and this is a bit morbid, but how many people sat there on people's lives away from the likes of Angie who got accused of it, and actually thought that they was in a really low place themselves, and actually thought, you know what, that might be the best way out for me. We don't
Yeah.
know how many people have actually took their own lives thinking that actually, yeah, that is the best way. That is what I'm going to do. Like, you don't actually know how many people this is actually affected.
Yeah. I think these exposures need to stop, though.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, see, these exposures need to done, because I can guarantee you, if someone unalives himself to an exposure that you're threatening to do, or
Yeah.
are going to do, or about, or have done, and someone unalives to it, unalives himself because of your digging it into their family life, and you think it's
Yeah.
okay because it's on a public platform, it's considered doxing, because you're trying to harassment and all that kind of
Yeah.
thing. 'Cause you're actually trying to find out, not doxing, sorry, harassment. You're actually trying to find information about someone to harass them. I can guarantee you'll be arrested. These deep dives need to stop.
I think, to be honest, after all this, how disgusting it is, there's got to be lessons learned.
Yeah, exactly. And I just wanted to say, and congratulations anyway on Live Pro. But
Dan, he should actually thank the Lord he's alive, because it was, he was going to do an exposure on him.
so I wanted to just say that, Angie, it's widely known that you suffer from BPD, and that kind of news to somebody with BPD or any other mental health problems, they don't have the capacity to rationalise things, and they'll home in on words that have been said.
Yeah.
And I was really concerned for you, Ange, and if you weren't doing Live Pro, you probably would have completely spiralled out of control by this
I
time.
think so as well.
And that's what concerned me.
Can I ask you a question? How does your family contact Miss Red? Do they have a number, or they contact
It was
her on
him.
TikTok?
Apparently, it was him being the sister that contacted and
It was
messaged.
him.
And then he commented in Miss Red's chat, apparently, and then he then contacted, is it Mims? And said, why wasn't my comment pinned in Miss Red's comment? And then apparently the sister, i.e. kind of Tim, messaged Alicia apparently with a statement that she wanted Alicia to go live with Miss Red and read out. And Alicia said, no, I'm not doing
You
that.
go and read it out.
Yeah.
So this could have caused a catalyst of problems along the line. Had you not been doing Live Pro, I think you would have been very differently affected.
Yeah, thank God you was, because I agree with you.
That was
Lady Di.
meant to be. That was Angie. It kept you moving, kept you up.
I mean, I'm glad it's fake. I'm glad he's still
yeah.
here. But then
Thank the
now
Lord,
it's
yeah.
been to anger now.
Yeah, but what could have unfolded from this by people coming on your platform calling you that word,
Yeah.
and not having you back. I don't think I'll get over that shock. What's gone on?
He's not, if someone said he's misread comments, I don't think he's in misread comments, is he?
But hey ho, we move, don't we? And thank the Lord he is alive.
Angie, don't dwell on this. too
Max
much.
owes me an apology, but apparently she's already said she's not going to give me no apologies.
Listen, Angie, don't let this overtake the positivity that you brought to that room last night, right? Don't have your little rant, and then if I'm not telling you what to do, but for your own sanity, have your rant, shut it down, and let's have a right good day.
She said she's not apologising to me. She can FY off, you cancelled. I can guarantee you, Max, because I feel you are involved, love. I really do think you are involved in it. And there's more information coming out on you, love, by the way. Yeah, there is. So stay tuned, Max. Because you're both very similar, aren't you? Very similar people, I would say. Yeah.
Has the comments stopped?
No.
Got no comments.
Oh, have you swiped left? Right.
She made me feel that way. She has made me feel that way, Max. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's the dangers of somebody having, a condition like yourself, Ange, because people don't realise that comments like that, it can stun somebody into thinking about it constantly.
Yeah.
And it going round and round and round in your mind. It's shocking. People just don't realise.
No, I don't think you will be in red, so I think people are just saying that. I really felt.
Angie, just think of some positives today. Is still here. You've got pro live. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
Get yourself all positive. Get some
yeah.
music on. Let's have a nice day. You know what I mean. Don't dwell on this. Yeah,
No,
everything's
I'm
come
going
out
to do
all
the
right.
FYP and playing the videos.
Yeah, yeah. Do what you've got to do, but let's have a really good day after that.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
glad he's still here, don't get me wrong.
of
But
course
he
you
really does
are.
need to phone me, you know. And like I
Yeah.
said, I will not put it to TikTok.
Yeah. Right, I'm jumping down. Thanks for having me. See you all later,
See you,
guys.
Doctor. Bye, bye, Angie.
Thank you, Sunshine.
Congratulations. I'm really chuffed that you're.
Thank you so much.
I am. I did back you. I supported you as much as I could.
Honestly, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you
No
so much.
problem. Love you to bits. Take care,
Thank you,
sweetie.
Sunshine. Hey, guys.
Hello, Angie. Angie, I've got a theory. I would like to tell you if that's okay. Angie. Angie, I've got.
Oh, Jake, you're echoing a little bit.
One more, do you want me to drop?
Oh, no, it's okay now. It's okay. It was just an
Before you get into it all, Ange, I just want to say congratulations. I watched and watched and watched. I could see how flat you were when the hours were dragging. You know,
Yeah.
we could, and I tried to stay up, Angie. I tried to stay up and I couldn't, but I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Jake. What's on the FYP anyway?
Yeah, I saw it. I just watched
We had
it.
like 5.2k watching.
Absolutely
Probably
amazing.
4k of haters.
Now it's time to party.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when I do the FYP, this is gonna, be put to aside, and we're gonna party. Absolutely.
Yes. All right then, Ange. Thank you for letting
Thank
me.
you, Jake.
See you soon.
And
Thank you.
all I want to say is that so it's all fake. So he's not passed, right? So all of them MFs, because I can't say the actual word, all of them MFs should be absolutely bloody ashamed of themselves.
When you say MF, what do you mean?
Mother F.
Mm.
Yeah. So all of those, right, should be utterly ashamed of themselves, right, for putting something out like that, because that is absolutely disgusting. And to me, that shows exactly what kind of a person they all are.
I just find it when people keep saying that she was a good friend of his, Max. In my opinion, no good friend will suddenly race on TikTok to tell everybody.
Sorry, hungry guy.
I don't know. It's okay. Yeah. So just my theory is this all like you had your beef with Max. Then she outed to Tim what you said about Tim. Then I basically think this has whole been a ploy for basically people to get at you for going for Live Pro. The fact that they went and no, listen, hear me out. Okay. They came up with this storyline all of a sudden, just out of the blue, when Tim has had his beef with Dame and all of that, but like it's just all it's just how it planned out sort of thing. It started when
Max didn't know I was going to message her.
Yeah. But when you did message her, okay, they were like, okay, what we're going to do now? They want to get back at you. So I think they came up with this storyline, and then they basically got Red and everyone of there's one link to all of this. All of these creators, where do they all belong to? Comic Caf. All of them. All these people involved now, all these people trying to get into basically coming up to like not damage control, but like trying to be the hero, like they're all in Comic Caf. Okay? Every one of them, and I think this has been a plan to try and get you, like basically put the blame on you about this has happened to Tim and stuff like that, to try and get you off Live Pro. Maybe not to get you off Live Pro, but just to go at you. But then they realised it completely backfired.
I don't agree with that, because I think because Luke had him in the box, so Tim didn't know that Luke was going to play that video, of him. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Well, that's how it all started. He was in Luke's live, wasn't he? And
No, it
Luke
all
was
started
calling
when he
Renaya,
came into
questioning him.
Gossip Girl. Well, no, he's all started when he was in Mims, and he mentioned something about it to Mims, and then Gossip Girl was Cam 2ing, and that's when Tim came into there, and it all kicked off from there. That's how it all started.
I don't.
Can you believe that Gossip Girl trying to be the victim and trying by saying, "Oh, she feels really bad because she put him in the box and, you know, wanting sympathy from people because she put him in the goddamn box. She's right, weirdo.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to much mention Gossip Girl because I'm not going to lie, I kind of low-key like her, so yeah. But
Angry
what's
guy,
it
you
called?
get out there and you
No,
stay
no,
over
no, no,
there.
no, no, I'm sorry, I'm sorry,
Angry
no,
guy,
no.
I don't, anyone that goes there gets kicked. Off you go.
I don't agree about that lifestyle, and I think it was just, as much as we all know they like to affect you and have their thing, I really don't think, I think this is a complete different other scale. This isn't a little bit of drama, this is a ridiculous level.
Yeah,
This is like over the top, like beyond what you'd ever think anybody would even ever do. Like who do you know what I mean?
I think people that are saying that is to do with Live Pro. Like, I know there's been a couple of comments, there was a couple of people in your boxes last night. I think that they're thinking a little bit too much into it, but what they don't understand by making comments like that is actually it can cause your mental health to get bad because you're looking at it thinking everyone's against me, blah, 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 blah. So I think that should just be cut now, that it's nothing to do with
Yeah,
that.
Lindsay, I don't believe it was anything to do with Live Pro at all. No, not at all. Because like I said, Max didn't know I was going to message her, and then obviously Luke played the video of what Tim spoke on, so there was a lot of things that were going on that day, and then Toxic Dan's been doing exposure with Pearl.
I genuinely went then. Another live I was listening to this morning, that someone said that he's actually faked being on live support before, and then the same evening he then come on live and was talking normally to people. And I think that's what he intended to do this time. I think he thought, right, I'll say I'm on live support, I've done this, everyone will drop it, Dame will drop it, everyone will drop it, and then I'll come back and say, oh look, I'm really well. Because in one of his messages that he sent to Max, he actually says that he did say on there about if he does pull through it, then it'll be a little while before we get my brother back or something like that. So he already had that little thing, seed planted, shall we say, that he was going to come through it. And then when the exposure was going to continue, magically he passed away the same time.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Like, that's what I thought that was mentioned before that he'd done this sort of thing before.
Yeah, I heard the same thing, that he's done this sort of thing before. But on another level, I would not be having a phone call with somebody who is clearly dangerous, and certainly it not being recorded. If you can fake your own death and you can have this entire app upside down, you are not to be trusted alone, realistically, with anyone.
I mean, that's a fair point to make, to be honest.
No, I agree with that. But on the other hand, if I knew someone had lied to me, the first thing I'd do is pick up the phone to them, or if they rang me, I'd answer it and be like, what are you doing? Why have you done this? But obviously Max didn't get any of that, did she? All she got was him asking if Dane was still alive, which is a really random question to ask.
Yeah, and also, like, that's one point, but it's with Angie itself. He is clearly going to try and turn this around even when she does try and phone him. And then what happens then? The app then turns against Angie again.
No, I don't think so, because I think everyone knows what Tim is now, don't they?
Yeah.
This isn't just a miscommunication or...
I just don't know why he did what he did.
Because he wants attention. He's clearly a narcissistic person.
I think, you know what, Dame could be right there. I reckon that he wanted to ruin Dame's life because they split up. Why? That's why he went in there calling him a scammer. Don't forget he called him a scammer in that person's life, didn't he? He was bitter. So he thought, you know what, I'm going to do this and I'll you know, make him feel a certain way. Because that's a lot. A few people do that, you know.
Imagine being that level of person, though, that you're willing to go to that extreme.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine, just think on how dangerous that is, that someone has gone to that length to do that, and that's that type of person. I mean, I wouldn't, like, I understand where Angie's coming from, that she wants to speak to him on the telephone, and I think maybe speaking on the telephone is a good idea, because at least it's better than being in person, isn't it? I wouldn't want to be in the same room as that person.
But I certainly would have somebody with me. Even if you don't record it, I'd have somebody with me that could hear that conversation.
I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying, and I agree he's a very dangerous man. However, he has done this before. And then we have all spoke to him, we've had him in boxes, we've all spoken to him. If Angie wants to speak to him on a one-to-one level and just say, why have you done this? Why have you put me through this? Then I think, or if Max wants to do it, or hell, whoever wants to communicate, if they want to have that one-to-one conversation, then I think they should be allowed to.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be allowed to. Obviously, my worry is because he has done this before, clearly she's either not going to get the answers that Angie needs, or he's just going to spin her another lie.
Someone just said in the comments that he has 3 identities. What are the 3 identities? And Nikki, Delusive Nick wants the box. So if he has 3 identities, what are the 3 identities?
Well, Angie, I'm going to jump down because I've got to get some work done, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know any clue what's going on, honestly. It's just crazy, isn't it?
And it really is crazy. This is one of the sickest things that anyone could ever do, you know? He has more than 3. Looking at it.
Morning,
Why
Ange.
is Miss Red now playing? Is she now playing the victim or something? Because she wasn't even seen. No, she wasn't even about.
Oh, of course she is, Anne, because she wants to be in part of the action to get sympathy gifts. Remember that?
Apparently that's Zeus SYP. I've seen
But
it.
she wasn't even seen.
No, I know, but she's going to make out that she's heard this or heard that, or do you know what I mean? She wants the sympathy, Anne. She wants the. We know what Red's like.
Yeah, very true. One sec, let me go on to...
Gypsy Talia dropped. Oh no. Gypsy said sorry. Gypsy Talia said sorry. It kicked me out. I just wanted to say congratulations to Ange.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Morning, Ange.
Morning, Nikki. You all right?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, all this that has happened in the last few days, they don't realise how much they've affected people's mental health. I'm a really strong person, but having a stepson who did unalive themselves and a son that tried, it really affected my mental health because it brought back everything that we had been through.
Yeah.
Family. And I don't think they realise how many people they have got to. And thank God you were doing Live Pro and you were focused. But they need to see what they've done to people on this app and how it has affected so many people. And now for it all to come out as a lie, it's just like it's mocking mental health and the people that have actually gone through this.
Exactly that, Nick. They don't realise how much they have actually affected people, you know?
Exactly. Like I'm a strong mental person, but it just brought back all the memories of what we had gone through. And then to find out it's a lie, I just think it's disgusting what they've done to people.
It honestly is, and I genuinely do feel sorry for you as well, because if someone's been through that before, it brings back a lot of memories that you don't really want to, go back on, isn't it?
No, exactly. Do you know what I mean? And to think they lied about it, like, to me, that's mocking mental health, and it's mocking people who have actually unalived themselves and their families who have to deal with that, the aftermath of that.
But it does also show again what type of person they are. Someone's prepared to go to that length to fake their own death is absolutely disgusting. And people who went along with it is just too much to blame, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just hoping that, that he's having a mental episode or something, and it wasn't calculated, because if it comes out that it was calculated, then that's like the most disgusting thing ever.
The only reason I'm saying it's calculated is because, again, this is just my opinion, is because he used names of TikTokers, but was just got the off bit wrong. So in his messages, he said Mrs. Red instead of Miss Red, hungry man instead of hungry guy. He was trying too hard to make mistakes on purpose so that people would think that, oh yeah, it's because his sister doesn't go on the app. This is why. And I think little things like that, I think you have to have a little bit of sound mind about you to do things like that. And that's why I think it is calculated. But again, that's my own opinion.
That's true, Lucy. Then, you know what I mean, that's the most disgusting thing, and the way he's affected so many people. I haven't got words for a person like that.
And the fact that he's not just done it, like someone said, he's not just done it once or twice, it's like done it a few times apparently now.
He must have seen all the, people that were putting up posts about rest in peace and all this. He must have.
Exactly, and then some of the lives I saw this morning, they were saying that he was actually sitting in people's comments on snide accounts, and then he was repeating part of those conversations within those lives back in Texas.
Going to see what No Face is.
Yeah. All because he wasn't getting so went. These were all the bits that weren't adding up. Right, let me get it up. So at first she said, could you just ask Miss, I've sent it to Miss Red. No, where is it? Let me get it up.
I'm going to drop that down in the comments, Ange.
Thank you.
Did Dane give you the message to pass to Miss Red? She was like, yes, and I did. She's like, can you please tell her she can read it if she wishes? Yeah. Then she says, are you in Miss Red's blah, blah. Then she says, I'm under the only account in his phone. The comments are so fast. Then it goes on and then she said, I keep commenting, but no one's putting me to the top. Right? So we was thinking, how would she know about being pinned at the top? This lady don't know anything about TikTok. Then it kept going on and on and on. And then she said, I've got to tell you, I don't think she's comfortable with it. I talked to her this morning. I don't want you getting muted in her comments. She's like, all these people care about is money. And then, like Mim said, I don't think that's true. Not all of them, but it's not really on Miss Red. She didn't have anything to do with it. Then she said, they've had no problem discussing it for 24 hours and blaming each other. And then just stopped with that whole thing. Do you know what I mean? So just because you wouldn't read it out, she Tim switched on you in the messages.
Yeah. Like I say, I was in the account in here, and at that point, I didn't know if it was a troll account or was a real account. And I thought, you know, at the end of the day, I ain't reading nothing out. Do you know what I mean? Until I got family's permission, you know, I kept that. You know, I didn't even believe that was an account. Like, you know. Do you know
Our suspicions really come about like a lot. Well, at least it didn't live from beginning, but like come about for me when Tim's sister, someone who don't know anything about anything, started trying.
I'm sure he told me he had a sister, but that's probably another lie in it as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he did say that. But you can't believe someone that lies about their death. About, you know what I mean?
I don't know what else he's lied about either.
Yeah, sister-in-law. So I'm not certain. I can't be 100% certain, but I'm sure he did. But then saying that, I can't, like I said, can't remember. Then, like I say, you can't believe someone that's fucking has done this. There's no.
I think he's probably in there now. People are saying about the Zeus FYP account. I don't know if that's Tim. There's no proof that that's Tim. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
An Enigma that comes in at 36505, I think it is. That isn't Tim.
Can I ask a question? Did Max actually hear? Did Max actually speak to Tim on the phone after all of this?
No, messages.
Messages. Can I just also say something, right? Because now I've got the anger out of my system, right? Now, the reason why, now I haven't played these videos, I will play them, but I want to know as to if he done what he done maliciously, yeah, because he wanted to hurt Dame, or because of maybe an exposure that was happening on him, or did he feel backed, you know, do you know what I mean, or did he feel backed in a corner, for example, because there was an exposure happening on him? Because I don't like exposures, I don't believe in these exposures where people dig deep into people's lives and background. You know, maybe he has lied about being a solicitor or helped lie, or lied about something else. Do we actually care why he lied? It's social media. I'm not dating him. Are you dating him? I'm not. So do we even care who he is? What's he about? As long as he's obviously not a scammer or one of those, do you know what I mean? Do we really care? No. Well, I don't anyway. You know, you could never be a friend with, you couldn't be a friend with someone like that, obviously, because he just lied to you. But however, was he backed into a corner? That's what I want to know. Did he do it out of malice? Because if he was backed he was backed into a corner, yes, he went through the. Oh, let me get this door.
Very calculated, though.
Hello.
Yeah, I agree, Smiles. And I just think as well, if he's in America, for crying out loud, so if he wanted to just step away, he could have just left the app, shut the app down, deleted his account, and that would have been it. We're on UK TikTok, he's on American TikTok. Yeah, he comes over, but no one would. It's not like his next door neighbour or someone down the road. It's him. Just walked away.
So what I'm trying to say is, was he backed into a corner? Because there's more to it, like. You know what I mean? I want to know why he did it, because was he really backed into a corner and he done it out of desperation? Or did he do it out of malice because he wanted to get back at certain people, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I think that's really important, because if he didn't do it out of malice and his thought, no, we'll probably never know, because if he did say he did it out of a desperation, he could be lying, right? But if he did do it out of desperation, felt backed into a corner, I'm not saying it's right, but some people do, unfortunately, do things, silly things, when they're out of desperation. Do you know what I mean?
I agree, and I'm going to say the word completely wrong, but is it a obituary? The way when someone dies, they put it on. Is it? I can't. He actually.
Is it obituary? Oh, no, it's not.
Obituary, yeah, I know what you mean. That word.
He actually faked that. So I feel like there's faking your death, and then there is doing it so that every single detail. I know what I'm trying to say, I just can't explain it. If he felt like he was backed in the corner, he's pressurised, he could have just faked his death, app off, he would have closed the app down, and he wouldn't have been in people's comments, and he wouldn't have continued the messages pretending to be the sister and the brother. But the fact that he's faked it...
Yeah, he could have just come off the app, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's very extreme. It's... I don't know. I almost think
he's done it before, but there's a reason behind why he's doing what he's doing. Is it out of malice, or has he got an illness, mental illness, and he's sick?
I mean, I guess we'll never know, will we? Unless he
was quite sane when he. I mean, I don't know. He was quite sane when he sent all those messages.
Do we know the circumstances of surrounding why he faked his own death before, and what happened with that?
There's no evidence of that he's done that either.
Oh, okay.
It's just loads of people saying that he's done it before, he's done this, he's done that, he said this, he said that. There's loads and loads of people that have said
me personally, starting to believe that he went on that live to call Dame a scammer and all those kind of things, and he wanted to out him because he was in love with him, and they broke up, and, you know, obviously Dame's family didn't know that it was GAY and all that kind of thing, right? But that's not the thing here. And he wanted to get back at Dame and wanted him to hurt. So he made up that. He wanted to put blame on Dame, I think. That's my opinion. Where he's going to live his life thinking that he was the cause of his death. That's my theory.
Did he want Dame to do something stupid to himself? Because Max said that the first thing he said to her when he spoke to her was, "Is Dame still alive?" And to me, that's a really weird comment.
I mean, it could also be because there was going to be an exposure on, right, from bloody Dan. But I'm thinking about I'm looking at more the fact that she wants to ruin Dame's life. Yeah, because that's not common. But people that fake their death is either for two reasons, isn't it? Financial gain or to hurt someone.
Yeah, and it wasn't financial gain in this case at all, was it?
Yeah, because I've heard a couple of stories of people that fake their death to get back at their boyfriend or their girlfriend that they're with. Do you know what I mean? Where there's this one woman, she actually ran away. She was a college student, and she disappeared. Just disappeared, and she had an argument with the boyfriend. I think he broke up with her or something. And she actually went into the woods and had a tent and everything, decided to hide out for 2 weeks. So it looked like, you know, all this big search party was searching, people were searching for her, thinking something sinister had happened to her. For 2 weeks, I think it was 2 weeks or so, I can't remember now. She was bloody hiding, she was bloody sleeping in the woods in a tent because she wanted people to think that, to get back at her boyfriend. To I suppose, to get attention, to make them, you know, feel the hurt, and also maybe, you know what I mean? Yeah, she did that. People do that. Weird people.
It's dangerous, isn't it? I do think, like, as Johnny just said in the comments, this is why having online relationships is so dangerous.
Make people suffer, absolutely. But then he made the wrong people suffer. Like, you know, in his mind, he made the wrong people suffer. Myself, other people probably, you know, were getting the blame for it as well. And that's why he had to put that statement out, right? To say Angie was not to blame. Pearl is not to blame. But did he mention Dame in that statement? Can you remember if he mentioned Dame?
Oh, I don't know. I know that Dame has been mentioned by the sister, but I don't know at what point, whether it was a statement or a message to Max. Oh,
So he
okay,
mentioned
yeah.
him. But regardless of whether he did mention him or not, if he said something nice in that statement, obviously Damien's going to feel shitty because, you know, they were apparently they were together, weren't they? And you know what? Now you're thinking about it, yeah. But that statement he put out when he said about me, when he said about don't blame Angie because I thank Angie for introducing me to the TikTok in the UK. How would his sister know that? Because that's something Tim used to say to me all the time. He said it to me a couple of times on the phone. Angie, you know, I want to just thank you because without you, I wouldn't have met people from the UK. I've met people from the UK. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, that's Tim talking. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like as soon as you was mentioned, you was feeling guilty, and she mentioned you straight away in one of the texts or one of the statements. And with the greatest of respect, I love watching you, but I don't sit there with my family or my brother or my sister and say, "Oh, delusive Angie, she says this, and I agree with this, and I don't." It's not really a conversation you have with your family. So that straight away, the sister that's not on TikTok is now saying, "Oh, he didn't," or whatever he said about you was so true to the mark. It wouldn't have come up in a conversation with a sibling.
Yeah.
It's just all mad.
You know what he
isn't it?
also said to me? He said that on the phone once that he was taking Canadian Angie to court for racism because she had said something that affected him, and that he said that he's got another solicitor, one of the best or something like that. That's not a solicitor, he's got someone. It was really vague about it. That's done a deep dive on her, has got all her information, her address, everything. He was going to take her to court for it, something like that. I thought it was a bit OTT myself. But, that's what I didn't think too much of it, to be honest with you. I did feel a bit weird that he'd got all her details and stuff. And he did say that is her. He said, Canadian Angie, that is her, the blonde woman, and she's got kids, because he said he's got her details.
And I was just listening to another live on my other device, and I'm just going to ask the comments a question, or whether you can remember this. So someone's just said in another live that... a few months ago, but when all this AI stuff started, Tim come in and asked people in the comments if they could make him a picture of AI about him. Now, if anyone can remember that, I'd be really interested, because someone's just made a valid point that a couple of months ago, he couldn't even make an edit himself, but now he's being able to fake passports and obituaries and all that himself.
I believe it was mentioned, or he mentioned it in. I don't know if he was in
How are they deflecting onto me?
somebody's live, but I'm sure that was mentioned in another live somewhere along the line. Yeah.
And be shut down and do whatever, and we couldn't say anything because we knew what was going on behind the lines, but we couldn't come out till we had proper proof. And by the time we got it, anyways, he'd already contacted Max by this time. But listen, it's all of the things that's gone around, and all these other people that's been said, they've got been blamed. We've done this, we've done the other, we've put a man in the grave, we've bullied somebody. Yeah. A heap of shit. Nobody's bullied anybody. He's a fucking rat. That's what he is.
Pearl, like I said, you should be praying to the Lord that he is still alive, because you and Dan, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming anyone for his death. However, these deep dives need to stop, because that could have been someone else, and it could have been real, that you and Dan want to sit there putting out. You gave him a time, 5 o'clock, you better come with receipts. You gave him a time, you know, so it could have contributed to someone's death. You're lucky he's still alive, because I'm going to say it, right? Even though I said no one's to blame, when I saw that video of Corey, what Corey put out of them admitting that they'd given him a time of 5 o'clock, it did cross my mind if that's why he unalived himself at the time. Yeah, but obviously I'm not going to sit on... now we know he's alive. I can now say this because I don't want to be blaming people and putting it on someone's shoulders. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to do that, but I can say it now that we know he's alive. That I thought at the time when I saw that video... that the reason he possible now I think it's because of Dame. I think that adds up now as to probably why he faked his death, right? That it could have been a bit about the exposure. I don't know, but at the time I thought that was the exposure, that they were blackmailing him, they were threatening him, saying you got 5 o'clock to bring receipts, otherwise we're going to come out with all this information about you. So I thought that's what contributed to his death. I honestly I don't want to put it out there because I don't want it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want anyone to feel bad about it. To feel that, how I was feeling. Do you know what I mean?
I see where you're going with it, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of things. My head was all over the place, and I thought, did he see my rant? Was that also? But then I just thought, well, no, it wouldn't be over that, surely. Do you know what I mean? Because it's quite extreme to, try and find himself over that.
Do you know what I didn't like the most was how it was made that you were meant to feel bad. That's what I didn't like.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't fair. That wasn't nice. It wasn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, Smiles, I completely agree. And Pearl and Dan are sitting there saying they was playing a game and they knew things like this all along. However, they allowed their own friends to be blamed and dragged as well. Like, look at Luke. He was getting blamed for it. Angie was getting blamed for it. Like, they was allowing their own friends to sit there and take the blame for it. And Luke hasn't been on live since. And Red come on and said how much it had affected him and stuff. But if they really knew, would they not have gave Luke the heads up?
Well,
I think this is just a big pile of mind games. I think it's easy to sit there and say, oh, well, we knew this now. And I'm not saying they didn't have an inkling, but I think we're playing with people's lives. It's too dangerous.
What's Happy Guy talking about there in the comments? Did you not want to go along with it, Ange? What are you talking about? Along with what?
Is he for real?
I don't know what he's even talking about. Angry Guy, get in the box and tell me what you mean by that comment, please.
Done it, Ange, you're getting back in the box.
Well, I'm just wondering what he means by that comment. I don't know what it bloody means.
No, what I'm saying is, you were saying how they were blackmailing, what's it called, Dan and...
they were blackmailing them.
I was saying, like, what's it called? Did they want you to, like, go along with it, or did they not want you to go along with it? Like, why did they get you involved in that whole exposure sort of thing? It had nothing...
No, they never got me involved. I found it on Corey, there was a live on Corey, and Corey played the video of them wanting to expose Tim.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought that's what...
I'm not involved in any of this, really. The only thing I'm involved in is having a little rant on my live about Tim and sending a message, which I will show you the message I've...
No, I misunderstood what you said. I thought that's what you meant, like, yeah, I thought that... Never mind.
I'll show you, listen, it wasn't that deep, I don't think, but I'll show you the message I sent, Max.
I was then about to have a go at you, Hungry Guy.
No, that's what, because it's annoying trying to, like, write the comments. It's like, I'm replying to what she's saying, but obviously the comments are not coming up at the same time, but no.
Yeah.
What was the exposure about, Ange? Do you know? What was the exposure about? What were they exposing?
I don't know. That is something that he wasn't a solicitor and shit like that.
Yeah, but who cares? That's not a big deal. That's like, who cares? It doesn't seem to me that deep, like that all of this would happen from that exposure.
So quite a lot of people in the comments are saying, did Max know? Now, I can't quote word for word, but I think Billy had said something on the lines of, like, Max isn't that good of an actor, so she wouldn't have, like, do you know what I mean?
Hey, look, this is it. Let me just screenshot it.
But I can't go word for word because I can't remember what he said.
And then, wait a minute. Give me a sec. Where's the... I'm just going to take a screener. Yeah, that's what I said here. And it wasn't really that deep, to be fair. So I think she's making it more than what it is on that one. Here we go. This is what I've put here. Those are my messages there. Just Monday. What the fuck is going on with Tim? This is when he was in, I don't know, someone's box, maybe Luke's or something. Who is this? She obviously, because I changed my number, didn't I? Calling Dame a scammer. I said, Angie. And then I said, don't know, I've not been on, I've been about all day. And I put, he's a lying CUNT. What do you mean? I said, Tim said Dame is a scammer. And that was it. It wasn't really that deep, the message I sent to her.
What was he lying about?
Huh?
What was he lying about?
Who?
No, you said he's a lying CUNT.
Oh, because he was calling Dame a scammer.
Nick,
I didn't believe it because he didn't go with any evidence. He sat there and said, I believe he's a scammer. And I'm thinking, how are you sitting there saying you believe, you don't believe, you're making an accusation with no solid evidence?
Do you know how?
So to me,
how
it's
was
just a
Dame
bitter, someone bitter for falling out with someone, or breaking up with someone.
How was Dame scamming,
anyway.
or what was the story behind Dame scamming? What was he doing? Was it just a charity scam, or was it?
Well, that's
like...
what he was saying. He didn't really go into it, did he? So that was one message. So how will that affect him, Max, the bullshit lawyer? Because apparently Max showed Tim the messages. So she tried to make out that maybe it was a contributing factor.
And you do realise he's not actually unalived. Yeah, like he's not unalived. He's still alive.
The messages aren't bad, Sarah. I know. It wasn't that deep. That's why I'm showing you. They weren't that deep. I thought it was something I was more concerned, not the messages I sent Max, but the little rant I had. And it's not because I thought that I had done anything wrong. It was an opinion. But however, it's like, oh my God, if I had known kind of thing, I suppose, then I wouldn't have had a rant. But, Tim knew what I was like.
Nick wants the box, Ange.
I'm going to be a hypocrite here because I said it earlier that this is why we shouldn't be questioning everybody. But something's just come to my mind. Now, No Face, I believe, said that they'd had a phone call from the police after they asked for a welfare check. Now, how many welfare checks have you had on you, Ange? Did the police go back to the station and ring the person?
Oh, by the way, 5 o'clock this morning, I've had 2 hours sleep, and I have told my agency, Lindsay, this. If you don't believe, 5 in the morning, I have a knock at the door from 5 police officers in an ambulance. And I'm like, there's a 5 in the morning. My mum's you've woken my mum up. Yeah, I reckon it's something to do all this Tim shit. Why are they coming to 5 in the morning? My mum's answering the door. Yeah, 5 police officers in the ambulance. And I said, what's going on? I spoke to him at the window because I didn't let him in. And he said that someone said that you fell down the stairs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but doesn't the police know
I
to
don't
call
know why
you
the police
now?
were there for me falling down the stairs. That doesn't make sense. But at 5 in the morning, I was so tired. My mum was what the police were at the door.
Yeah, but doesn't the ambulance call
this
you
morning.
now when they have these malicious calls because of how many there's been in the past?
I said to him, you need to find out who phoned you. Because I don't understand why the police are here if they thought I'd fallen down the stairs. That does not make sense to me. I didn't see an ambulance. There wasn't an ambulance. I think my mum said ambulance. Well, I don't even know where I got ambulance from. I think, no, the police officer said there's an ambulance in here as well. I didn't see an ambulance, though.
Well, I don't think No Face would be able to call the NYPD and do a welfare check if he doesn't even know if Tim's real name. Like, how does he know that? You can't just call, and just do a welfare check. And this is abroad. This is not like it is here. That I don't believe. I don't believe that one bit.
Nick.
Well, sorry, thank you. From what I can gather, what I've picked up this morning is the exposure that Pearl and Dan were going to do is now that they didn't do it on Friday because they've had people working behind the scenes, one of them being No Face, and he's been in other social media platforms and got information. He's been in touch with the family, and it's the family that have allowed him to be able to do a welfare check, from what I can gather. And they've been to the address and checked on him, and he were there apparently. But yeah, and it's them that have informed him that he's done this before. But I know No Face.
What's that? Sorry.
No face, it's
Is
all
this
right.
not history repeating itself? Someone just coming on the app saying this has happened, this has happened. We all
Yeah.
just believed about this with Tim, and
But-
now he's just coming up to like say all of this. So we're just supposed to believe No Face as well.
I just
I'm
think-
questioning everyone on this app now.
And
it's like,
Kerry
yeah.
said WhatsApp.
But rather than the exposure be something to do whilst Tim was initially alive, it's not, when we're asking what were they going to expose, they're basically now saying they were exposing that he were going to fake his death.
But how did they know he was going to fake his death?
Because they've been working on it for days in the background. And they couldn't say anything because it have all gone tits up. They needed him to follow through with what he were doing to be able to catch him out.
I mean, that's disgusting.
But then there's also comments to say that Angie knew about it because she did it to keep people away from her so she could get through Live Pro.
Who said that?
That's what's going on in Dreads.
That's disgusting as well. We said this yesterday, Ange. We said at some point, somehow, they're going to turn it around and say that you had some involvement over it because you were doing the Live Pro.
Lily, you're funny.
They're so sick and twisted, the other side, honestly.
There were a troll account in there, and they think it's him, but there's no proof it's him. And it were basically saying, the troll account saying Angie knew about it.
I'm just thinking, yeah, you know what I'm confused about?
What?
I'm totally being paranoid now.
No, you've got to be on this app. You've got to
It's
be.
not about Tim or anything. I am totally... Well, it doesn't make sense, right? 5 a.m, right, I get a knock at the door. I know you're going to think I'm being OTT and paranoid, but I swear to God, I'm just thinking about it. And my mum was like, oh, please at the door. And she was like, don't answer it. And then they knocked, but it wasn't a boom, boom, boom knock. It was a tap, tap, tap knock. It was a really slight, and I thought to myself, who's knocking at my door? It's got to be probably something from TikTok or troll or something.
Yeah.
It was a really soft tap, and I know the police will go boom, 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 especially if you're falling down the bloody stairs.
Well, they do on your door, Ange.
And then I went downstairs and opened the window. I didn't open the door. I opened the lounge window. And there was, I think, 4 or 5 police officers. What doesn't make sense, yeah, is why there were 5 police officers if they thought I'd fallen down the stairs.
Yeah, it's a bit extreme, isn't it?
Say I've been pushed. So that'd be it, unless they wanted to get into the door.
Personally, if I was going to call the police on you, Ange, I'd want you to be live because I need to see what's going to happen. I wouldn't call them
I
without...
didn't hear any radio signal. They had no radio signal. Usually, you know, the police, you can hear the radio. They had none of it.
Yeah.
What, you think
And
it was
they were
fake
in uniform.
police?
I think it's a possibility. It could be fake. It could have been fake police. Because it was
Did they have ID on them?
4 or 5 men.
Station. If you ring your local police station, they'll be able to clarify whether it was actually them or not.
I should have asked for ID.
I do believe No Face will be behind that because he's a bit of a geezer, isn't he? I believe he would like have fake police and like I would believe that, but I don't think it is. So,
But there's no radio. Usually they have the lights, and they had none of that.
so why the bloody hell did you open the door to them? You could have been hurt.
You didn't open the door, did you, Ange?
Oh yeah, your mum did, didn't she?
No, I opened the window.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't it was really odd.
So they had no radios on them or nothing?
No.
This just gets crazy by the minute, doesn't it?
My mum didn't do the door. She looked out the window. She told me not to answer it. But they usually a police is boom, boom, especially falling down the stairs, they bang on that door. They didn't bang.
Have you seen that comment? Was it DJ Steve in his uniform? Sorry.
You can.
I would ring the police station if you're concerned, Ange.
Yeah, call the police station and just tell them roughly what time it was and just say, look, did any police officers come to my address at this time in the morning?
Receive a call, yeah. Did you dispatch anyone to my home address?
Yeah.
And then just tell them what happened.
Oh, yeah, you've got your Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
This is all just freaking mental, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and now with this gone on, my brain capacity is limitless now as to what can happen on this app.
Mine's just shot to pieces.
Mine too now. I feel like everything is just happening. Like every second, something new is coming out.
Yeah.
You can't trust any information you're given or anyone, or it's just nuts.
Ange, is your real name Ange?
No, it's Alan. I'm joking.
This is what I was saying, Nick, though. Like, you shouldn't question people because it can lead to this. It can lead to people taking their own life. But in the next breath,
Absolutely.
you question people because you don't know what to believe anymore.
No, well, he's not thought of the impact it'll have on others. He's just, whether he's done it in desperation because things were getting out of hand, or whether there's something more that he's got to hide. I mean, did he reach out to his friends to help him with it? You know, I need to get out of this situation. Can anyone help me? If there's any possibility.
You know, I posted the video with the helplines the other day with like the rest in peace team. This shows what the app can do. I had so many people that commented on it. And do you know what? I had a lot of people this morning that had removed their comments and messaged me privately. And actually one lady commented on it and she said, I'm so sorry, I've had to remove my post because I've lost my daughter to suicide. I've lost this to this. I've lost this. I feel so bad. But it's such a big community that he's actually hurt and upset. And he hasn't thought about that. And do I believe he's in it on his own? I'm not sure.
Or someone is injured and in need of urgent medical.
I don't believe he's in it on his own. I honestly don't believe that. But I do believe that I do believe that over the last few days, some of it's been tried to be put on Ange for one or more reasons to make her feel bad, in whatever way. But there's just
they were trying to derail her focus, weren't they, on what she was doing.
There's just
quite
so
normal
much.
when someone comes out to your door is to have somebody that's in non-uniform?
If they come from another part of the police force, they can be in non-uniform if they're in disguise or working undercover.
We appreciate
They might have just.
But they don't have to be in uniform. They could be like CID or
Yeah,
they're
sometimes
not
in jeans and t-shirts. They normally have a belt around them, like a black belt that goes over each shoulder. With
Is your Ring doorbell working, Ange?
Yeah.
She's on phone to him now, Debs.
I've just hung up because I just want to think.
To be fair though, if someone's come to your home, a police have come to your home address because they think you've been pushed or you're pushed down the stairs, they normally wouldn't take someone out talking out the window to them as enough. They'd normally ask, please can we come in and just check everyone and everything's okay. They wouldn't look at someone at the window and go, all right then, cheerio, and off they pop. They'd come in and check.
Yeah, but do you have to let them in?
No.
No, you don't have to let them in, but they would have said, can we come in and just check that everyone and everything's okay? They wouldn't have just took someone hanging out of a window as, oh yeah, that house is all good.
They'd at least try to... Sorry, go on, Nick.
And they definitely said they thought you'd fallen down the steps, and God forbid me saying this, but nobody had been pushed or... Do you know what I mean?
They said that we had a report that you'd fallen... This is your name, Angela, weren't you? And they said we have a report that... hey, Michael, thank you for your support last night, by the way. They said they had a report that I had fallen down the stairs.
It seems a bit extreme. You need to get the Ring doorbell footage.
To be fair, if they think that, you'd think they'd look through the letterbox at the same time as knocking the door, because most people's stairs you can actually see from looking through the door, can't you?
Not on mine. But
I'm going to phone them and ask them if they've been dispatched.
I would just give you a bit of peace of mind.
We're not overly resourced with police officers at the moment, are we? And to send 5 seems an awful lot.
I mean, how many people come to your house with impersonating police? Is that common? Not common.
Well,
people can do that, right?
If they're impersonating, it could be any amount, really.
Could be bloody anyone, no?
Well, the police car. Did you see a police car?
Why would 5 police officers and an undercover come to my house over that I fell down the stairs?
I agree.
And I saw no ambulance.
agree it's a lot, but you are at the end of the police station, so they might have been on their way back from a call as they've got it, and they've all just stopped at yours.
Thank you for calling the Metropolitan Police.
Was there a vehicle, Angie?
I warn you, huh?
Did you see any vehicles?
I know. But then it could be further up. I don't know.
Yeah.
On a little side note, Red said she's going for Life Vest. Did she not just say that she doesn't want to do it so close to Christmas and all of that about Luke? Yeah.
No, well, actually, what she said is that she didn't agree, well, not in so many words, because I can't remember the exact words, but it was something on the lines of, and this came from Luke as well, I don't understand why Angie's doing this competition so close to Christmas, where people are going to be worried that they can't support Ange because they're trying to sort out Christmas.
Because my mum's got it and she's out, that's why the fridge.
And yet
hypocrites.
Red is now doing Live Vest.
Please press 1.
Make that make
For
sense.
reporting new crime or antisocial behaviour, press 2. To provide or receive an update on an existing crime report, press 3. For road traffic incidents, press 4.
Are you okay, Ange?
Catch an officer or individual.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
To hear these options again, press 0, or to speak with an operator, press 9.
Mine's working overtime.
Oh, it was Luke. Okay. Yeah, but Red did say that as well, you know. It wasn't that Luke probably said it first, but Red was the same because she was just following Luke's fucking words, weren't she? Following his lead.
For related inquiries, please press 1.
I just got a bad feeling about it.
Behaviour,
I don't know. They had no
to
right.
provide or receive an update on an existing crime report.
Listen, the fact that you're giving them a call, Ange, I'll put your
Road
mind at
traffic
rest.
incident, press 4. To contact an officer or individual, press 5.
Yeah?
To speak with an operator,
No, it's in the lounge.
We are really busy at the moment and wait times are longer than usual. The quickest way to make a report or find advice is by using our website at met.police.uk. That's met.police.uk.
Lauren, how am I wrong?
By live chat.
Explain to me how I'm wrong.
Please hold. Thanks for your patience.
Mum?
Appreciate it.
hello, Betsy. Reason for your call.
Hey, Mum. You know the police came. Did you see a police car?
Yeah, Luke said it, but Red agreed.
When the police came this morning, did you see a police car? What? Oh, Mum, what? When the police came this morning, did you see a police vehicle?
There was an ambulance.
An ambulance?
Just an ambulance.
Just no police
And there was
car?
someone standing there, I think it was.
An ambulance?
One of the body.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Do they look like real police to you?
Hey?
Do they look real police?
It was ambulance, Angela.
But when I opened the window, it was a police.
What?
When I opened the door, it was a police.
Well, I didn't see a police car, I just saw the bloody ambulance across the road.
No.
It was across the road.
She said she didn't see a police car, she saw an ambulance across the road. No police car.
What are they doing at this time of the morning?
Oh, I don't know. You even said it was the police. When you said you looked out the window, you said the police.
All I thought was an ambulance.
You didn't see no police.
Oh, hang on, I think there was police on the doorstep, yes.
Police on the doorstep.
Yeah. And then you went down there, didn't you?
By calling them, Ange, it'll put your mind at rest because they will know if someone's been to your house.
Well, no, if there's an ambulance across the other road, then...
Yeah, but they will know whether that ambulance has come to your address or not.
Yeah, if it'll probably be at our address then, yeah. Because my mum's stupid at trying to get her password to this bloody door cam.
Do you feel a bit more relieved now, Ange?
Yeah, if there was an ambulance here, yeah. I didn't see an ambulance, I just saw police at the door.
It's all just crazy, isn't it?
Mm. Well, I'm going to drop down anyway and let you crack on. Huge congratulations for yesterday. You've worked really hard these last 3 days and you've kept your focus and you've done an absolutely storming job. and the cult. Well done, everybody.
What's this person, Lauren? What's the point of having people in the boxes when they aren't telling Angie the truth? What do you mean?
We are telling the truth. Well, the truth, what I know the truth to be. Well, I think, anyways.
What do they mean?
I'm exhausted in this drama. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know.
Bogs of the world. I'm going to start the FYP in a minute, guys. I've got to wake up. I'm so sorry. I had 2 hours sleep.
I don't understand what everyone's referring to.
Well, right, Leah. Okay, Leah, listen to me, right? Luke and Red, whether Red copied Luke or the other way around, had both said, Luke had said, right, about the Angie doing a competition.
No, I hung
so
up on the
close to
police.
Christmas.
Because, no, sorry. When I was, sorry, just quickly, sorry to interrupt you. When I was on 101, someone answered, but I hung up because Mum said that there was an ambulance across the road. So if it was an ambulance across the road, then it's probably likely the police. So that's what she saw. So, yeah. So it was likely the police.
So please tell me where I'm incorrect, because that was said about Angie doing this competition so close to Christmas, and that they didn't think it was a right thing to do.
To be fair, Smiles, I did hear them say that, her and Luke's did say something along them lines. So
Well, there you go then. So I'm not a liar in the comments. Thank you.
Did you say that today?
No, I think it was the day before. Well, I think it was either the day of Angie doing it or the day after.
Okay.
And you know what I think you need? I think you need, like, go to like a spa or like just by yourself, just for like a weekend away, just away from TikTok, away from everyone. Just literally just relax and just have a good night rest, like in a nice little like comfy bed in like a hotel, away from everything. I did that before. Marco Pierre White, I think that's his name. They do one. Go on Voucher. There's so many on there, and they're really cheap. So yeah.
Oh, behave, Megan. Bloody hell.
Not on my phone, doggy lover. It's on my mum's phone. I'll ask her to check in a minute because she needs to get a password and all that when she's in a better mood. But I think that's good enough for me. If Mum said she saw an ambulance across the road, then it's more likely the police. So,
well, Angie, I'm going to drop. I'm going to let you get on with your FYP and stuff, but I'll speak to you soon, yeah? Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. God, I'm so cold. You know what? I'm trying to get warm. And
I know, Shannon.
Huh?
Are you doing your FYP now, Ange?
Yes.
Okie doke. All right, I'll drop out of the box.
Thank you.
No worries, Ange.
Oh, you can stay a bit. It's only 11:30. I'm starting at 12.
Oh, okay, then I'll stay a bit longer.
I'm going to drop. Speak to you soon.
All right.
See you later.
Oh, bloody freezing. I've got 2 heaters now.
I think it's colder today than what it was yesterday.
Huh?
I feel it's colder today than what it was yesterday.
I just, you know, when it's not burning. You know, when they, it's like the cold gets in your bones.
Yeah.
I'll see if there's any more videos in the FYP, and we're going to get started at 12. I've not heard these videos from what's her name? Max, that's...
Have you got much for the FYP, Ange?
Stated that no one's to blame, but yeah, people that didn't like Luke, people that didn't like that early cute, this person, that person have used it to weaponise that they don't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I was on about the actual story, like of him being alive. Like,
I think this is
Well, I was. Me too. It was real for me up until the person started harassing me about misread. That is what made me take a step back, because I was like, how does she know I'm a mod? How does she know I could pin it? Like, that didn't make any sense. And then when that hit me, then all of a sudden those posts went up. How does she know stuff about Hungry Guy? And then it was like such a switch of emotions. It was insane. And I was like, I can't believe he was just like this. Also sloppy, by the way, to attempt it, you know.
So how did the sister know that you were misread to Maud? And that you could have, why wasn't her comment pinned?
Yeah.
They also knew about Hungry Guy, didn't they?
Yeah, about him working in healthcare. But I just think this is Drama Talk's first fake unaliving. But it probably will happen again, I'll be honest, because it's happened all over the app. I'm not shocked. I just wanted proof that it was bullshit.
Can I ask you a question, guys? How do you think, like, do you think Tim's going to come live? Do you think he's going to jump in a box?
He won't go live.
I think he'll come on a fake account and start saying stuff in comments. I think eventually he possibly will, but I don't think he's going to leave the app because apparently that Space Cadet account was in here a couple of weeks ago, just like today. So I don't think he's going to leave it. I think he's going to be relishing the attention.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fake account, as Billy said. Hungry Guys called it out first. Hungry Guy, we know that's you, man. A fake account, you know. You don't have to make it any more obvious.
Can I just say that I actually called it out first? Yes. My Max actually said that I questioned about whether he's did or not, so I did actually call it out.
I think you called it out first, didn't she? EQ sat there.
I think EQ is the first one who said it publicly. Apart from there's probably some comments who said stuff, but EQ is the first one who said it publicly. But I didn't say anything until Billy had said something because obviously Billy was close with Max and he was the one who had said it in the first place. So I didn't say anything until he did. Then that's when I said, yeah, I agree with Billy.
See? Truth will always come out in the end, guys. You know what us TikTokers are like on the drama side. We don't let nothing rest if we want the truth.
Yeah, you can't lie on this. You can't lie on Drama Talk.
So the question is Tim trans?
Oh, shut up, Alex.
Well, he's pretending to be a woman.
Alex is a furry, everyone. I didn't want to say it like this, but Alex is a furry. That's why he's had so much time. Yeah, he's a furry. He dresses up as a dog
Let me take my
and does
colour off 1 second.
unthinkable things to himself.
Oh, shit on your breath.
That's why he has so much time off, because he's busy being a furry and going to furry.
Right, I don't really fancy that one.
Bottle up, buttercups. It could be a rough ride today.
Well, we are going to celebrate.
Absolutely. I will have a drink with you later, Ange.
Okay, where is it? Uber Eats. No, do I get them Go Puff or Uber Eats? I don't know. Right, that's it, guys. Buzz. Oh no! Oh, here they do them on Uber Eats as well. So I'm going to. Should I get the strawberry?
Yes.
Strawberry it is. Oh, you know what? We need also toilet paper.
Oh my God. Megan, she's a grown-ass woman. She won a competition yesterday. I think she's allowed to have a drink, don't you?
Paper? Yes.
I've got some rosé wine I'll have later on with you, Ange.
Oh, okay, I'm just going to get some water as well.
Hey, Lisa.
And that's it. Go to check out. Give me a sec, guys. We will be starting the FYP in a minute. Right.
I think you got to, was it number 2 or number 3 on the live pro, Ange?
3.
Number 3 she got on the live pro.
Okay, let's just see when it's coming. Let's see what.
Yes. Until next time. If anyone's got anything else that needs investigating, let us know.
If it wasn't why Alyssa's always involved, I think she's an in on the story.
I'm in on everything.
That is why you're deep diving. I think it needs to stop, to be honest.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, anyone can go deep dive. We don't go deep diving. I mean, do you know what I mean? Anyone go and find out information, but we're not like that.
No.
What's this about?
Information and you can't tell that person, and you're leaving her in that state.
What's
I
this?
haven't fucking slept for days. I haven't eaten for days. I have to get up and do my own shit because I've got my grandchildren that I need to look after.
And this is exactly what I said about to main character, man.
Right.
We get requested.
And Fraser crying.
I've done a live call as well.
Assassin. Thank you.
Directly involved, I was near.
It was right and wrong. You're right on that, Pat. Well, a sconce, you can't call us.
Let's talk about it. So, from that moment and everything that then transpired afterwards, there was messages coming from random people telling you that you've got blood on your hands. And it's kissing present.
You're a liar. Both of you are lying. No, you're not. You're trying to be a victim, trying to get sympathy, and you're trying to get sympathy gifts. Lies. Because all he did was come in your box. You didn't say anything, you didn't do anything. What? People were getting a lot of attention, didn't like it. You thought you might get a bit of attention. She's so dramatic, isn't it?
So Gigi should have never held that line. Gigi should have never spoken.
Oh, here we go, crying for the view, crying for the gifts.
Gigi, you just...
All you did was have him in his box. Why are you crying, love? You had him in his box. You didn't say anything to him. You didn't do anything. So why are you crying? What, you thought you were trying to get a bit of gifts out of people?
How do you feel that you could have made somebody off themselves? Do you know the girl? Do you know the actor?
You know what? She's obviously seen me crying, getting upset. She's probably thinking, oh, look, she's getting gifts. I'll have a bit of that.
Was that Gigi?
Huh?
Was that Gigi?
Yeah.
Let's listen what you're saying.
You do that shit that is spewed.
Top
Do you know how bad I feel for Dave? Honestly.
How embarrassing. It's quite embarrassing.
The shit that we got, the fact that as well. I don't give a shit who the fuck's capturing now, because everyone is having to fucking cunts.
They ain't no country yet. No.
Especially for
You're all doing it for clout and gifts, because at the end of the day, why don't you just have a conversation with each other? Why don't you cry on the phone? Will you do that, Top Girl? Probably not. Do you know what I mean? So why do it on social media? Why don't you just have a phone call? I said to Tim, phone me. I won't put it on TikTok. I'd rather him do that than, like, not that he would come in the box, than him come onto TikTok. So what? Can he not pick up a phone?
Yeah.
They're trying to make out they're now being called murderers. Isn't it so funny? You didn't have these opinions yesterday or the day before that when it happened. All of a sudden, you're now suddenly getting threats. I don't believe that. I think you're a liar. Okay, that's my opinion on that.
I'm going to tell you one thing about me.
Dan tells us why Tim faking his death affected him and brought up a right. I'm going to save that one. Okay, guys, I've got all my videos.
Past 2 days.
Whose birthday is it in the comments today? Because I keep seeing people saying happy birthday. Whose birthday is it?
You'll say how we were supposed to do it, how it was Dave's fucking.
I want to watch this because apparently in Mim's box, are they the same ones? Let's see.
You'll say how we were supposed to do it.
Are they two?
Oh, chat, is that delusive, Nick?
Huh?
I think it might. Oh, yes, delusive Nick's birthday today. Happy birthday, Nick.
Oh, happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Right. What's this one talking about?
And then yes, it was she gone.
There's alarm. Oh. It's all a bit mad, really, isn't it?
How funny that now she's doing the live fest, say, Miss Fred.
In it. So close to Christmas as well, Ange, remember?
Oh. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Had it got me, yeah, happy birthday, Nick, for it would being so close to Christmas.
Yeah,
Oh. Do we not have the
it's
same
okay for her.
energy? Is she not going to be spoken about as much as I was spoken about that hatred I've got for doing the live pro? She's doing the live fest.
I said this a little while ago when someone said I was lying in the comments when I wasn't.
I'm not saying Miss Red did slate me. I'm not slating for her for doing the Fight Live Fest. I'm not. I'm having to go with other people. The hypocrisy.
People were moaning at you for doing
And
it.
Live Fest last 2 weeks. That's going to be probably like 2 weeks before Christmas. Not that I care. I don't care less. I really don't. Because apparently Zach's going for it as well, was he?
I don't know.
Let me find out. Let me have a look at. Here we go.
To my sister, and frankly, she's too embarrassed to contact you. I said, well, all I can say is Timothy was having some
Happy
kind
birthday, Nick.
of weird relationship going on, and in my opinion,
I'll be playing this in a minute. I'm waiting for my buzzballs. Guys, we will be starting at the FYP at 12 o'clock, okay? 12 o'clock on the dot, we will be starting.
Absolutely.
people are speaking to him, and he does very strange things.
And I haven't played these videos of Sam Max, I mean, sorry. So this is the first time I'll be listening to what she has to say. Tori and Sam. Seems like a few people are going for the live fest. I'm glad I'm not doing that, because the live fest, right? Oh, it's long.
I was going to say, is that not like a 3-week competition or something?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Gosh.
I only hope that has helped you. Exactly. Yeah.
Be sure to go with that.
Guys, can someone tell me what number Miss Red is on the live fest? We're going to gift the one ahead of her. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Makes no sense. How did the brother get Max's phone number?
She's 152.
The brother's Tim.
Oh, she's only just
so
started.
Tim and Max were like best friends. So there's no brother, there's no sister, there's no fucking doctor. It's all Tim. Tim is alive. Max didn't know any of this. Thank you, fair enough, and he said, thank you, everyone. Max was none of the wiser. She guy had passed away, you know. So it's Tim doing messaging everybody. The brother's fake. No brother's messaging anybody. No sister.
She knew. I'm sorry. I think she's a liar. She knew.
Messaging anybody apart from Tim is messaging Max.
She knew.
And of course, Max believes that her friend's passed away.
I want Tim to call me because I want to know if Max knew.
No, we're 121. Thank you, everybody. See how fast we played with that? Just 2 minutes.
She burst into tears, but she wasn't in tears when she was in EQ's box blaming people. Do you know what I mean? She was cool as a cucumber.
Oh, yeah.
She was telling everyone to stop talking on it, but yet send EQ's box talking on it.
Forgot about that.
I think she knew.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think the whole thing's just absolutely ridiculous and crazy and just mad. Yeah, that's what I said, Linz. There was like 15 minutes or so after he was meant to have passed that it was on social media.
Yeah. Crazy.
That is crazy. Absolutely mental.
And I'm going to block you out. Stop being mixed up if she's not saying it. Because at the minute, my head's still up my arse with the whole situation. Stop stirring the pot. Okay? She's saying Max knew. Max never knew. Max never knew.
She did.
Do you think Max would be a part of something like this? What would Max have to gain from this? Thank you, Susan and everybody. Max, she's got nothing to gain. Nobody's got anything to gain from this. I don't understand why Tim's done it, to be honest, because he's not even got anything to gain. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Sebastian and Totty. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, my brother is still alive and hiding somewhere.
Nobody was involved.
I said, now you've said this, yes, but a few months ago,
she didn't know.
Lapsed. And again, I got
believe she
messages
did.
on Timothy's phone and it said it was your sister.
So then he told me why Timothy had collapsed.
Thank you, Amy.
And who found him. I said that's why I didn't find it straight.
And everything that Maxine has been through off the back of this, the last thing that people shouldn't
What
be
she's
saying
been
is
through.
that Max is involved.
She said they're
This is
blaming
not
everyone.
fair. This woman has had over 72 hours of pure fucking hell. This woman has. So to pin this on Max is disgusting. And we're back to square one again. We're back to blaming Luke. We're back to blaming Pearl and Dan and Paigey and everybody else, aren't we? Like, why are we still doing the blame game?
Yeah, she's just not apologising to me. Yeah, that's what she said.
Messages from his phone coming from your sister. So he said, thankfully, it was wrapping up, like, when he was having his seizures, and he was having the exes, and they recognised that, and they
Yeah, but they're quite quick enough to blame me for the messages saying that it was me that pushed him. That's on her. If she showed him the messages, that's not on me, that's on her.
Exactly.
I'm very sorry. I wish he told you about his psychological problems, but he hides things very well. Take care and we will speak later. So there you go, guys. I'm not hiding. I have nothing to hide for.
So like I say, when Max is live, when Luke is live, Paigey, Pearl, Dan, everybody that has been affected with this situation,
Pearl and Dan.
right, go and show them love and support.
So basically, you're just trying to get everyone to show support to Pearl and Dan, who wants to do an exposure on Tim, which could actually push somebody over the edge and unalive himself. Because how many times are Dan going to do deep dives on people and sit there saying you've got 5 o'clock until, for you to come from receipts, otherwise I'm going to expose you. That could push someone over the edge. So you know what, they're actually lucky he is alive. Because, I'm not going to lie, in my head, and I might not have said on TikTok, I did say many times no one's to blame because I wouldn't want that put on anyone unless you're actually telling someone to go and do it. Do you know what I mean? However, in my head, after I've seen that video, I didn't see it straight away, you see. They are to blame, yes, Pearl and Dan. Right, if something had happened to them, in my eyes, if that could have contributed, could have.
Well, you were so quicker to be blamed for it as well.
Yeah. Oh, I would blame anyone that wants to do a bloody exposure on someone, then next minute the person's not here anymore. I don't know, but I'm only going by that video. But then, like I said, that's just a possibility, to be fair, possibility, because it could have been them wanting to get back at, do you know what I mean? I don't know. That was just a possibility.
Not snap. Guys, honestly, please.
Why is she cantering me? Oh, she's cantering me. Misfit, let me say something to you, yeah? Dan and Pearl are quite lucky the guy is still alive. I'm glad he's still alive. But they was going to do an exposure on Tim. Facts. Okay? And they said to him, he's got until 5 o'clock to bring his evidence. Stop doing exposures on people. The lot of you, stop doing it. All right? The exposure was before he said he's passed away. Yes, I know. How do you know when he had seen it, though? Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, well, he's still here, though, isn't he? I'm just saying. People need to stop doing exposure. Stop going on people's Facebook. Stop trying to dig dirt on people. You know? I just feel it is lesson learnt. And the next time, and it might not be so lucky.
Kerry said WhatsApp and
no one should know everyone's personal life. If people want to lie, that's on them. It's social media, for God's sake. Unless you're one of those or doing it for financial reasons, people are allowed to have a private life. And if they want to lie about their job or this or that, so what? It's not that deep. No one cares. But it's not for us to go and to look on information and Facebook and all this shit to find out, oh my God, they're lying about their job, they're lying about this. That's their personal life they want to keep private. Oh, it must be it's close to Christmas to do the live fest love, because that's a 2-week competition.
Kerry said WhatsApp, Ange.
However, there's no hate for you. I don't give a shit. Pearl, Dan and Luke will be back to the usual. Yes. Just stop doing the exposures, man. I don't. One sec.
It's always good when Kerry says what's up.
Yeah, people think Max is involved. I think she's involved. I think she knew about it. Absolutely. Because like someone said, Max and Billy have been together, friends for 3 years? If Max is getting the blame that she was involved, wouldn't he come forward and say that she wasn't? Wouldn't he say something?
Well, you would have thought so, wouldn't you?
I just think they've just got themselves in a bit of a pickle. And now they've just had to make up another lie. Tam's not on the app anymore. He doesn't care. He's probably said, well, just say you weren't involved. It doesn't matter to him. I think she knew, yeah.
It's just a crazy, ludicrous thing to do, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 sec, I'm coming, music.
Thanks, Rita One. Thank you.
Guys, I just realised I was on mute. I got my stuff. I had to get some toilet roll as well. I got some water. What the hell is going on here? I didn't order that. I'm losing the plot, guys.
What have you got you didn't order?
I'm going to start FYP very shortly.
I hope it's something nice you got that you didn't order.
I know, again, 1 sec, door.
Well, it's party day today, guys. Party day today. Oh, I've just got some rosé wine, Nick. But I have it with lemonade because I can't drink it on its own. Can sometimes, but not all the time.
Oh, sorry, it's the bloody code. So
that's all right.
Not Uber there.
So what did you get that you didn't order?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's labour again. What's the time? Because we're going to start at 12 o'clock.
Hope it was something nice, Ange.
Right, yeah, it was, just a few bottles of water.
Excellent.
I'm so thirsty. Right.
I know, but Lily and P, I have to because I'm
getting that.
Yeah, I have to, but
that felt weird.
Ziana wants the box, Ange. Whoever just messaged me, I'll reply in a moment. Because I'll get out the box in a minute.
That's weird, this water. I don't know. Let me try again.
I know, Hayley.
Right. What was that, Smiles?
Lana wants the box, Ange.
Oh. Hi guys. That's not too loud to hear, is it?
No, it's okay. You stay warm, Prov.
Hi T, you alright?
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say first, Diana? Because I know you're waiting to get in.
I just wanted to say good morning, Prov.
Right, this is what I don't get, and I'll say it quickly because I know you want to do your FYP. And it's not just me, right? Max definitely said she was on the phone. Now, whether that was a phone call, she never said text. She said she was on the phone, right? And it wasn't just me who said that. Numerous people can confirm she said that. Right, now last night, she said...
That's what I thought.
What the hell? Oh, sorry, it was a beeping outside. Last night, she said that she was sending texts back and forth, and it was only when the texts kept going on and got more deeper, that's when she realised it wasn't Tim's sister. She thought it was actually Tim. Now, you've known Tim for how many years? You've spoke to him for how many years? Would you not know how that man types or how he speaks? Then she also said... And I've spoke to Tim's sister loads of times on his phone. Tim's sister's text me loads of times through Tim's phone. So how didn't you know the difference then? How did it take you that long to realise between them both? If you've known Tim for years and you've spoke to him for years on the phone, and his sister has also weirdly messaged you through Tim's phone. She's not got her own phone to message you on. She's always messaged you through Tim's phone. How did you not notice the difference? Because it's a big thing that you've come online and said. So how have you not known the difference? Exactly. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. And normally things that don't make sense aren't true. There's a lot of things that she said last night that are inconsistent. Tim's your best mate who you've known for years, who you've spoke online to through text messages, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know the difference between Tim and his sister. Yet you've spoke to Tim's sister as well through Tim's phone. It's just weird.
That's a fair point, T. It's a fair point.
Yes, it is. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. Why the hell would Tim's sister be using Tim's phone to message you? Or, you're right, can I just use your phone a minute? I need to message Max. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Mm-hmm. She'd use her own phone. It's very, very odd. It's very odd. And it's odd that she'd sit there for what? She said it started at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 1:15 the next morning, she was still speaking to this person through text. So all that time, you never once clocked that it was Tim and not Tim's sister.
And another thing, T, why didn't she phone it?
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. She's in on it. She's in on it.
You know what I would have done? I probably would have phoned you. I said, oh, these messages. I would have phoned you. Why did she not at one point, even when she found out, when the sister, because I don't know the ins and outs because I've been doing no pro, but even when the sister was messaging her saying, Tim's no longer here anymore, why didn't she call it? The first thing you'd call and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense
at all. Back saying I'm so sorry, you'd probably give it a phone. Not once did she make a phone that number back. Why?
Yeah, I'd have texted and said, do you mind if I give you a quick call to see if you're all right?
I would have phoned it because it's quite cold to message.
Yeah, and if she if she spoke to Tim's sister before through Tim's phone, then they're obviously pretty close, aren't they? So why wouldn't she phone and say, I'm really sorry?
All I'm saying is all I'm saying is you would have surely made a phone call to that number.
100%, Angie. Just don't let these lot wrap you up in this, because they've done this all themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah. It didn't. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, congratulations on your live pro. I just wanted to say that. I'm going to jump down so you can crack on with your FYP, and congratulations again. I knew you'd get it, Ange.
Well done, T.
She's done amazing.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Oh, here's no.
Is it on your profile now, Ange?
Huh?
Does it say live?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure yet. Hi, Snowface.
I said congratulations on Live Pro.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say the T's spot on with a couple of things she said, but there was a few people, because I've seen a lot of the messages between people on her, that people did ask if they could have a quick conversation, and this lady kept saying she's too broken to speak on the phone. So there were people that did ask that, and that's what they said.
So No Face, are you on the same idea that it's not, that it's all fake as well? Yeah.
I was the one that proved it weren't fake, mate. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're Canadian down there saying no facts, but it was me that was behind the scenes sorting all that. Canadian. So pipe down, love.
Cool. No, I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way.
No, you didn't. No.
I just realised
a
that
lot of people were
odd
trying to sort shit
like that.
behind the scenes, but there was a lot of shit that didn't add up. Do you know what I mean? Like, Tim hasn't got a biological sister.
Yeah, you don't know
He's got
sister.
sister-in-laws. No, he hasn't got a biological sister. He's got sister-in-laws, but he hasn't got a biological sister. He lives at home. His mum and dad live on the bottom floor. He lives in the middle floor, and his auntie and the auntie's husband live in the top floor.
Is it the house blue?
Yeah.
I got that picture and just sent it you on Discord.
So there's a lot about him. He's not a lawyer. He's nothing like that. And the reason he had to come out and say what he did was because we sent a welfare check to his house. And obviously the police confirmed that they had spoken to Tim and he was fine. So he had to then make up a story behind the scenes with how he was mentally unwell and his brother found him in the city and blah, blah, blah.
What do you mean why did you do a welfare check on him?
Because of, we received some questionable messages from him. That clearly pointed out it was Tim. Do you know what I mean? And then when I spoke to Max and everyone like that, and then I asked them their questions, he told us he had stage 2 cancer, he told Mims he had stage 1 cancer, he told Paige he had stage 4 cancer, he told other people other things, everything weren't adding up.
Oh, so
Do you know what I mean?
said that as well.
Yeah, so everyone's stories were different. So I spoke to Max, I spoke to Rentagov, I spoke to fucking everyone else who was involved, and no one's stories were making sense. And then when I found out that Max hadn't spoken to them, like the sister, because apparently Max has spoken to the sister, the brother, and the mum and dad, but all through messages on Tim's phone. And I was like, this ain't right. This ain't right. Like, nobody's actually had a phone call conversation with them. And when they have asked for a phone call conversation, it's been, I'm too broken to speak on the phone.
So can I ask you a quick question? Did Max not think he had a sister all that time?
Yeah, Max said that she's spoken to the sister, but he's probably just said it's a sister, but it's a sister-in-law. He only has brothers.
So there was no actual phone calls, it was just all messages?
No, there's not been one phone call at all. Not one phone call at all.
Blimey. It's a bit sick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is sick. That's what I'm saying. It's sick because of when I see, like, and I said it on my live earlier, like, I've not said anything on live base. I've just been doing my shit in the background. Like, when I see Angie crying her heart out, blaming herself, and I've seen Paige doing the same, and I've seen other people around the app doing the same, I thought, this ain't right. Like, he can't get away with it, especially when we knew that they're saying weren't right because the messages he was sending. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were trying to force Mims to get misread to read something out online, and when Mims was saying, like, I don't think she's gonna, like, it's a really touched subject, they switched on her. Started saying that all you lot are there for money and blah, blah, blah. The messages are wild.
Who switched on her?
The 10 sister.
Oh, yeah.
And that Zeus FYP, yeah, apparently is Tim.
The what?
The Zeus FYP account that's in there now.
There's no FYP account in here.
Yeah, it's being tagged in the comments. Look.
Tim, if that's you, you better phone me. You DM me or Eternity, okay? And she will give you my number, my new number, because I will not. You can have my word. Will not bring it to TikTok. But I need to know why you did what you did because I was heartbroken. I was.
So that account,
mess.
let me just
and you could have done
what that account is. So
I could have done something really stupid, and I'm not just trying to pull on people's heartstrings when I say that. Ask Rickster, had a conversation with Rickster on the phone, okay? So you need to speak to me, and I won't bring it on here. I just want it off TikTok, not for clout, no content, off TikTok. I want to know what's going on because he seemed like a nice guy. He seemed like his head was together. Do you know what I mean? I just can't believe it.
It's a good job that you was doing that.
Otherwise, I'll speak to your family, Tim. I swear to God, you better be phoning me. I'm not going to be talking about our conversation. You have my word on that.
Right, that's loose FYP. So how that account come about? Obviously, the morning when he was in that live, Mims's live, chatting shit about Dame. I don't give a fuck about Dame, by the way, and other people. The screen recording, that account got made, and the screen recording got put straight onto that account at like 6 o'clock in the morning. They had cut out the thing, but it showed that whoever recorded that was someone in the box, and Tim was one of the people in that box. Then that account kept directing people to go and watch that video. Do you know what I mean? It's all suspicious. Every live that spoke about Tim, it's in there. Like, it's just fucking wild. But I do think personally, yeah, that Max has been silly by not obviously fucking thinking a bit more into it, but she was used to get to the app. She was the breakthrough to be able to get to everyone on the app and make sure everyone knew about it.
Yeah. It's crazy because...
Laws, he's got 2 accounts. So there's another one that he runs around on called Space Cadet. It's got 6 followers. We confirmed with Space Cadet that's not her account, but it's an account that was associated with him, and it's just been sort of...
I'm going to have to... I think Max knew about it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say that she did or she didn't, but
I think now
what I know is when I spoke to her,
lie on top of a lie.
I asked her questions, and she said to me that she's not spoken to him on the phone.
Did
you know what I mean? Like, rather than no one else.
No Face, did you say, what was the other account you said that was?
Space Cadet, but it's only got 6 followers.
I'm pretty sure that's been in here before, Ange.
It's not the real Space Cadet's got more followers. It was a fake
I'm pretty
Space
sure
Cadet
that
account.
one that No Face is talking about has been in here before.
But the reason that he had to come out and say, obviously, that his brother had found him in New York roaming around and his head was gone and blah, blah, is because the police had gone round to do a welfare check. And obviously the police had confirmed that Tim was obviously perfectly fine.
And Gossip Girl, don't know why you're the goddamn victim. All you done was have him in your box. Sorry, I had to put that out there as well.
I'm just glad that none of you are all getting blamed for this shit now, and it's fucking, it's done, and it's out there.
Fair play to you, No Face.
Forward. It weren't just me, there were so many people behind the scenes that were looking into it. Do you know what I mean? We even had someone who actually lives in America that was doing bits for us, and they found out a lot. They were the one who got the family tree.
Well, fair play.
So, like I said, he hasn't got a biological sister. He's got plenty of sister-in-laws, yeah, but he's got no biological
Gossip Girl had fits too. Of course she did, yeah. Of course she did.
But anyway, I just wanted to clear that up for you, Angie, all right?
Thank you, No Face. So I don't believe a word that Gossip Girl says. I think she does it for clout. I don't think she's upset about it at all.
Listen, I asked if Max met him.
Eh?
I don't know, she said she met him, didn't she? When he come to London.
Yeah, she said she had, but I don't know.
Yeah, just to highlight the bloody what I've just said again then. No Face has just said he definitely does not have a sister. Max 100% said on her live last night when she was reading out the messages, she has spoke to Tim's sister before through Tim's phone. She 100% said that. I have spoke to Tim's sister before through Tim's phone. She said it.
Yeah, exactly.
She definitely said it.
No,
so how can he not?
like...
See, so she is on it. Whether people want to believe it, they might not want to believe it because they like Max.
You know what?
Fair enough, but she said it.
I might have it even. I don't know because I'm going to be playing it. But has anyone got the video that they can send with her saying that? Because it depends how she said it. She might mean as messages. I don't know.
She said it. She said it was through messages. She said she had spoke to Tim's sister before through Tim's phone. So if No Face is saying he 100% doesn't have a sister, then how did she do that?
Yeah, I know because I said it's his sister-in-law. No Face said it's not actually. It's what Tim has been saying. Tim said it's his sister, but it's his sister-in-law that she spoke to.
And I'm gonna jump down because I'm pretty sure that someone sent me a screen recording of what you're asking for. I'm gonna jump down.
Someone's just said it's on Mr. FYP page.
I don't think it really matters anyway. Because like I said, it could be his sister-in-law that she spoke to. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to prove anything. Like No Face was saying. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't have a sister. Sister-in-law, so he has. Do you know what I mean?
She definitely said it. 100% she said it. And 100% she said it. She said she had spoke to Tim's sister before last night, or before she was receiving those texts that she thought was Tim's sister. She had said that she had spoke to Tim's sister before through Tim's phone. And that's why I said to you before, well, how couldn't she tell the difference within 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, within about 7 or 8 hours you couldn't tell who you were texting?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't make sense. Right, I'm going to have to jump down, Angie, because there's loads of builders outside making a right riff-raff.
Okay.
All right, thanks for letting us up.
Hi, Tiff.
Hi, Ange. I was just jumping up, but you've just said it. Max did say that she spoke to the sister via message, but it was the sister-in-law, so he tricked Max, saying that it was the sister, and it wasn't. It was the sister-in-law with the same names. So I really don't think that Max is involved in this. She was distraught, mate. Really, I can't buy it that she was involved.
Yeah, I thought the same, that she was distraught, but she won't come up here and she was yelling. Don't talk about him, get it off, stop this now. And then went and was crying. And then when she went into EQ's box, she was perfectly fine. Had nothing wrong with her.
Yeah. That's true, mate. It's a hard one, isn't it?
He was more concerned about blaming people.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, that's what it is, not...
I think that all the anger needs to go towards one person, and that's Tim. He's done this to everybody. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't had the...
You know what I mean? Why?
Me too. And he hasn't had the balls to come up in anyone's boxes. Apparently he came into Miss Red's on that Zeus account, but wouldn't rise.
Kerry said WhatsApp.
Here.
Huh?
Kerry said WhatsApp.
Oh.
And he's in here as well on that Zeus account.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we know that's him though? It might not be him, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, good boy. But yeah, that's all I was jumping up to say, mate. So congratulations on live.
Yeah, another thing, like Kiri has put here, why would the sister-in-law use Tim's phone to message her?
True.
I mean...
How she got, and like you said, how she got all his details to sign into his phone, and
yeah.
And then she spoke to her before when Tim was present, and he's put the phone onto her.
Yeah.
Is that what we were talking about? Is that what people said? She said she spoke to him.
I don't know.
So it's probably when Tim was, it was Tim when Tim was probably present. It was his sister-in-law probably.
Yeah. It's hard, and also congratulations, mate, on your live pro. You've done bloody amazing.
Oh, thank you, Tiff. Another thing, we've not seen any messages. We've only actually heard them.
True.
You know what I mean? We're not. But I'm going to do the FYP now. It's 7:10, so I will be talking on this.
It's 12:10, Angela.
Oh, me God. Bloody, I'm not with it today. Sorry, guys.
All right, well, I'm going to go, but thanks for letting me up. Congratulations again, mate.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I know, well done, Ange.
Thank you, Diana. Big up everyone for that, honestly. Amazing, absolutely amazing.
See you later.
I'm still on this account just because I'm having I know it's only 12 o'clock, but a buzzball.
And a well-needed rant.
Yeah. And then
We've been waiting for FYP, Ange.
Tomorrow.
We've been waiting for FYP. We've had no FYP for days.
Right, guys, let's get on with it then.
See you in a bit, Ange. Bye-bye.
See you in a bit then, Diana. Right, what a day, guys. What a day. Okay, where am I? Oh my God, I've got so many emails. Are they my message? Not emails. Videos, I should say. What are these videos? What's this?
Absolutely no hate to Miss Red when I say this. I haven't got a problem with a woman. I
I'm just gonna. Okay, right. What's this?
For the past 2 days.
Well, I'm sick of hearing Dan. Right, guys. I'm just seeing what else we've got here. Sorry, one sec. Miss Red Rex to Angie and says she hopes the community are eating beans on toast. But Miss Red, you are doing the festa, aren't you? The festival thingy, Bob? I think these people are absolutely deluded. I'm really confused. Honestly, it's titled Miss Red Reacts to Angie and says she hopes her community are eating beans on toast. You, love, are doing the the live fest. Are you not? That lasts 3 weeks. Mine lasted 3 days. Yours lasts 2 weeks. It's going to be right near Christmas. Yeah, I hope your community are eating beans on toast as well.